Well, I guess we can just get started. Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I am the Senior Communications Manager, Senior Communications Officer. I shouldn't put myself above there, but Senior Communications Officer here at One Village Partners. I'm based in Kenema. Just want to say, just jumping on the Zoom call, it just reminds me of 2020 year where everyone jumps on the Zoom call and we're trying to wave and say hello to everyone. So thank you all for just joining in today. Thank you for taking your time off this afternoon or this evening for us here in Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining us. Well, as you all know, today we're going to be talking about partnership and what partnership means to us here at One Village Partners. We're very excited because this is part of our Partner Celebration Week, our week-long event. And from Monday, just a quick recap, Monday we had a really fun, informal happy hour kickoff. And then Tuesday, we also had a really great, I would say mini celebration or mini partner celebration in Bunumbu, Sierra Leone, where we just spoke to a few of our groups who have completed their projects. And they were really, really excited to just share their completion and share their hopes for the future with One Village Partners. And yesterday we had our luncheon, which I'm super, super excited about. And I'm super excited to hear more about it later on and for us to share that on our social media and our emails. So look out for that. Well, I'll just get started. Well, joining us today, we've got Lossie, we've got Bernadette, we've got Sheku, and I will just send them over and just for them to introduce themselves. So I'll start with Lossie just to give a quick introduction about what you do and what your role is at One Village Partners.
Thank you, Vanessa. My name is Lossie Kone. The Senior Community Action Program Officer at One Village Partners, and as well the focal person for the Movement for Community Development, MCLD Trading Chapter, supporting the movement to actually amplify across value.
Thank you. Lossie, Bernadette, I'll jump to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bernadette Musu Mustafa. I'm the Nurturing Opportunity for Women Program Supervisor. Thank you.
Thank you. Sheku, I will jump to you.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here. I am Sheku Mohamed Gassimo Jr., the Community Programs Manager at One Village Partners. My role is actually to supervise and manage the day-to-day operations of the community action and leadership development programs. For the past 7 years, I have been more in the community-led development sector and managing community programs that work with rural communities to plan, design, mobilize, implement, and monitor and evaluate self-identified community projects. So I am very much excited to be here talking to you all.
Thank you, Sheku. So thank you all for again joining us. Before we get started, number one, I just want to say partnership has been a very core value to us at One Village Partners. And we want to see that not just in our day-to-day or in our programs, but we want to see our value of partnership really implemented in every single facet of what we do and who we speak to, whether it is our district council or even whether it is just our locally employed skilled workers. Partnership is really a core value to us. And so before we begin, we asked a few staff members and a few actually members of our board to just create a very short video montage of what partnership means. So I'm going to share our screen and we're just going to run through that quickly. Please let me know again if you can't hear any technical issues and I can hopefully get that sorted out. So I'll just share my screen now.
A collaboration, an agreement, understanding, which for us OVP do. We do a partnership with various communities where we work. We go into the communities and we ask them what they want, what are some of their constraints. So they bring up their own ideas, how they want to see their communities. Then we give them the lead.
Our partnership for me is more about capacity building, how best you can identify gaps within the communities, and how best you can able to facilitate those gaps so you can able to increase their capacity for them to be able to man their own development and see how best they can use that ideology also again to support other communities. So that is what is meant to me by partnership.
To me, partnership means we listen. We listen to our partner communities and we work together, not just helping them to achieve their projects and their needs, but actually building long-lasting and mutual relationships that create sustainable change, not just in their communities, but other communities surrounding them.
In my mind, partnership is a collaboration between two or more entities on a mutually agreed upon objective that helps advance a shared interest or goal. A partnership is all about sharing ownership and responsibility, and it's at its strongest when there is mutual trust on both sides and when the two entities have a shared vision for success.
Partnership means working with each other collaboratively to achieve a common goal and desired objective. This entails engaging with and listening to each other in the process of achieving that desired objective.
Partnership is working together with communities and individuals to bring about positive change. It's a relationship based on respect, kindness, empathy, and a shared vision. Partnership means being engaged and passionate about the work that you're doing, and everyone plays a role in carrying out the mission. Partnership is about being open and honest about where you have been and where you hope to be moving forward.
Partnership includes everyone. Every voice matters. The men, the women, the youth. Partnership means power with rather than power over. Imagine if we work together by partnering for the collective good for everyone. In my work with the One Village Partners, it's important for me to listen to the local leadership and have their voices guide our work.
So we will just get on first these questions that I'm going to ask. How is it showcased with the NOW project? And can you just quickly give us a brief overview of the NOW program and also how partnership, the value of partnership is showing out in your work?
Thank you, Vanessa. Our partnership is valued in the NOW program one through trust building. The NOW program enhances long-lasting partnership among its community members and beyond. It improves trust and strong building relationship by working together to improve the well-being of the participants. This has really strengthened the NOW program in the past years through capacity building and understanding of the program to the participants and their family for long-time cooperation and collaboration in household finances to achieve the potential benefits of participants' goals and dreams.
Thank you. Thank you, Bernadette. And as she was saying, it is partnership is very important, especially working with our NOW participants. We see that, as Bernadette really beautifully explained, that we see that it is really, really important, especially in enhancing their goals and their dreams. So that's really great for us. Sheku, I'm gonna just pass that on to you as well. Just a quick overview of the ACT program, the community action program, I should say, and also how the value of partnership plays out in that.
Yeah, thank you for that. In the community action programs, actually, we partner with communities and support them as they develop sustainable solutions to their own self-defined needs. In the LEAD program, also, I'm going to talk about the LEAD program again alongside the community action program. We partner with communities and empower the capacity of local volunteers to design, manage, and write proposals in a bid for funding. Funded proposals are implemented by communities in collaboration with local experts and local institutions. So overall, for us, partnership means so many things. It means a lot, but it actually focuses on empowering and respectfully working together with communities in a dignified way to create and achieve locally owned visions and goals. So for us, and across the programs, partnerships actually rooted on our values in One Village Partners. That is, we are community-led. We ensure that communities are at the center of whatever design interventions we are bringing to the communities. We are very disciplined. We ensure that we are walking the talk. It's not about just talking about being community-led, but we are ensuring we hold ourselves accountable to being community-led. We ensure that whatever interventions in communities are sustainable, because we believe in sustainable interventions that creates an equitable environment and everyone through the participation of everyone, men and women, and very important, they are very much vital they are to be heard, and their decisions are very important to us. We also believe in investing in partnership through working with local volunteers that we train and build their capacity in leading their communities. So overall, when we look at partnership, it's about placing communities at the center of all development interventions, creating rooms for collective right to make decisions on what a community needs are, and collective participation by community members in the development projects that they want to implement together, and also the creating space for collective community ownership. Because it's very important to tell communities what a participation is, but they have to understand why they should participate and what are the benefits they stand to get when they participate. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Sheku. And I do love that collective participation and that emphasis on that. I think it's really, really important for who we are as One Village Partners and what we want to do in our communities that we partner with. And last but not least, I'll go to Losi. So Losi, please, thank you so much again for joining us. Can you please again just highlight what you think One Village Partners value of partnership plays in the MCLD, and just a quick overview of what MCLD is.
Thank you, Vanessa and everyone for being part of this particular presentation. To start with, as I mentioned, my goal is actually to try to coordinate the activity between One Village Partners and that of the community-led development movement. To start with, the Movement for Community-Led Development, MCLD, is actually a global call that was launched in 2015. It is actually a movement that is across so many countries across the world. The Sierra Leone chapter was launched in May, on May 20th, 2022. And as a result, the Movement for Community-Led Development is being inspired by Sustainable Development Goal 16, which talked about promoting peace, inclusive society, sustainable development, promoting access to justice for all, and building effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels, being close to the people. And as a result, in Sierra Leone, when the chapter was launched, One Village Partner has been identified as one of the community-led development organizations in Sierra Leone. So partners coming on board to actually amplify this movement. We are very quick to see OVP as a leader for this particular chapter. So as a result, One Village Partner was identified based on our strength and ability to actually empower communities to lead their own development. So as a result, One Village Partner is placed at the center as a core for this particular call towards amplifying the community-led development approach. Being our own value, rooted in our value as a community-led development organization, partnership is key to us. We believe achieving this global call can only be achieved through co-creating collaborative partnership with other organizations across Sierra Leone. And that is exactly what we are currently doing. At this, the Movement for Community-Led Development is growing chapter in Sierra Leone. But we currently have up to 8 partners now on board. And we are now leveraging our leadership position to be able to empower those partners to be well equipped with community-led development and approaches in their own programs and implementations. Very recently, we conducted a tour across Sierra Leone to all the 8 partners, where again we are able to share learnings based on what we are doing as a community-led development organization and what they are also doing in their own different locations. And we realized that it's actually what's leading as community-led development organization to lead the Sierra Leone chapter, because the knowledge shared was actually inspired by the partners to be able to identify their strength and also how OVP can support them to be more inclusive and sustainable organization in terms of community-led development approach. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. And so just honestly repeating what Lucy is saying, we're very excited at One Village Partners to get the news that we will be leading the Sierra Leone chapter at MCLD. It's such a great honor for us, but it's also a great way, as Lucy is saying, for us to partner with other organizations, but also that knowledge sharing and hearing what other organizations are doing and see what they're doing. So we're very excited for that, for the future as well. So I'm going to go back to Sheku here and just quickly ask, as you've spoken about how you implement partnership in the Community Action Program and LEAD, can you give us maybe one example or maybe a statistic you may have just to really show the impact that partnership has had on these programs?
Yeah, thank you very much, Vanessa, for that. I think we are very much passionate and we are very excited with how we continue to see impact over time as a result of partnership with communities. Currently, we have over 300 volunteer leaders across 28 communities in Kailan District. In 2021 alone, our partner communities demonstrated foreign significant progress. We have seen 79% of volunteer leaders discussing community-led development outside of our programming. That tells us that believing in partnership, working with community members can actually result into greater impact, people sharing knowledge beyond what we anticipate. So we want to continue to support this. We want to continue to invest into these kind of activities across our communities with the communities we partner with. So we have also seen a 160% based on our M&E in 2021 increase in shared decision-making between leaders and community members. So we want to see how we can create a partnership at a different level, not only with the volunteers that we are training, but we want to see partnership being created in the communities. We also support partnership being created across the community and between communities as well. So this is the kind of impact we are continuing to see across our communities. And also we've seen based on our 2021 M&E data, we have seen up to 275% increase in households' ability to respond to economic shock. So it tells us that partnership works, and believing in the capacity of communities to deliver, it can go a long way.
Thank you, Sheku. That is really inspiring information, inspiring statistics. I'll take it to Bernadette now and just say, Bernadette, just as I've asked Sheku, can you give us maybe an example or statistics that can show the impact of partnership in the NOW program?
Yeah, so first of all, I may like to talk about improving capacity building. The NOW Women Empowerment Program, we identify opportunities, gaps, and among participants, and we identify available resources to build upon the existing capacity. This means that participants and we, the coordinators or One Village Partner, we create a pathway to external opportunity. Also having trust in each other's ability to lead effective and honestly understanding the organizational framework, the community culture, values, and approach. Also making a clear understanding of individual members' roles and responsibility for the growth of the organization and the well-being of the participants and their family. There comes in gender inclusion in leadership. The NOW Women Empowerment Program will increase and create opportunity for more rural women to actively participate in rural leadership decision-making. It also enhances the NOW women with the skills and tools they need to fully partake in their potential ability through initiating sustainable and developmental programs and support service to other women that are not part of the program. As I'm talking to you right now, the NOW P3 program, which talks about like the agricultural activities, we now see these women that are using what they have learned from the NOW program to be a sustainable, and they serve as a mentor. They also use these tools. Majority of these women are now entrepreneur for themselves. They have a business. There is much number of participants that are taking leadership role in their community. And these women have been admired also by other women that are not part of the program. They now serve as a representative of their communities and even beyond. So with that, we see that the partnership has really created a great impact in this participant because they are now able to use their voice, and also their voice has been heard in most of the communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernadette. And I think just quickly before we go to Lossy, just a quick, it's perfect that Bernadette actually talked about the NOW phase 3, which is about agricultural capability. We actually have yesterday, one of our communities called Maka, they actually harvested their first harvesting project, which was really big for us. So that's just something else that you can say that we're seeing it happen. We're seeing our value and partnership happen as day by day, really. So Lossy, I'll just quickly jump to you. What can you say is, an example or a statistic of impacting partnership in the NCOD program?
Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. I think, as I mentioned earlier, though the Sierra Leone chapter is actually a growing chapter, but to start with, currently we have up to 8 partners across Sierra Leone. What we have started doing is how we can also try to encourage or motivate more partners to come on board, because we believe achieving this global goal cannot actually be a very simple task, because we want to see how the community-led development approach is being amplified across Sierra Leone. So 8 partners is not actually enough, but we have been able to get those 8 partners, and we are pushing forward to see how we can support them and strengthen them to actually adapt the community-led development approach in their programs and project implementations. So at this is the just concluded tour we did, we are able to actually share knowledge with up to 745 community members who attended our meetings, including the organizational staff. And also, we have to not just to meet with the staff, but we take the responsibility to actually see some of the projects that they are implementing, so that we will be able to learn from them and to see how we can support them, because we will not just be able to be in the office here to give support to partners who want to amplify the community-led development approach. So the movement we took into those districts or communities actually inspire those partners to see themselves as being part of the global development approach, because they realize that it's important for them to actually have this knowledge and to be able to implement in their own different operations. So to us, we are going to continue to see how we can actually continue to support those partners and to have more other organizations on board to see how we can try to amplify and make more sustainable our approach to other partners, and to see how we can actually have the development be sustainable, because that is the goal of the global goal. Because it has been a very long time, many projects have been implemented across rural communities, but those projects have not been sustainable. The major reason we have realized is because the implementation of the projects, we are not actually that much inclusive. The voice of the community members, we are not too much included into the projects. And as a result, the global call is now calling upon organizations to see how community can be well involved, included into their development, for them to identify which need is actually the most pressing for them and how they can sustain. Because we believe if they are included and if they are taking part, then they will be able to sustain those projects. So as a result, we are actually trying to see how we can get more partners empowered to replicate a particular model of approach in development.
Thank you, Lossy. And again, our movement for community-led development, it is really, as Lossy is saying, a global call for us. So we're very happy to be a part of it and really just leading that here in Sierra Leone. So Just before we run out of time, I do want to open it up to everyone here in the audience. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to say to our guests, to Losi, Bernadette, or Sheku, please feel free.
I have a question. I would love to hear from Sheku, Bernadette, and Losi just about like what partnerships you would be looking forward to in the future that we don't already have. So like something that would be new and would be really beneficial to the people in Sierra Leone.
So yeah, maybe I want to go first. Yeah, considering the global call and also rooted in our values, improve the collective well-being of everyone across Sierra Leone. The MCLD is actually creating a platform or opening way for us to actually have that particular platform be created for us to have more partners on board. Because we believe within these 5 years, for us to go across Sierra Leone, we have to strengthen our network, we have to strengthen our partnership, we have to have more people being empowered so that we be able to achieve the strategic goal of One Village Partners. Because we believe doing that will help us to actually have more inclusive and participatory development. We have more sustainable projects across Sierra Leone. We have more community being resilient, and we have grassroots transparency and accountability. And that is even why we are still pushing more to have those partners that are already come on board to be empowered to replicate the community development approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me,
okay.
Okay, Manager Sheku, you go first.
Panel ladies first.
Okay, so for me, like partnership, the way OVP operates, we are community-led and we seek value for community members. So in the time when I may like us to know, because like we are not able to, to serve everybody in the country as we are dealing with Kailao now, though we are doing expansion. So I may like for us to create that opportunity for more districts and also other community members to empower like the CAGs, the now participants to act as a substitute in order to train other people that have not really benefit from this program. Because like when we are doing the radio broadcast program, you see people asking, hey, when are you coming back to us? When are you coming to our village? So like OVP, we may not be able to serve everybody at the same time. But if we are recruiting more local people for them also to share the message, empower the CAGs, empower the now participants, if probably we taking also some other lead community members to help us to share our values, operation of model, I think the partnership may grow forward because like through the now phase 2, which talks about improving income through business skill, we have seen majority of these women have become entrepreneurs, but they still have other participants in the communities who do not fortunate to be part of the programs. They want to, they keep admiring them. So it's just a way that OVP can create opportunity for the lesser ones also to be included. So that's how I want. Yes, in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, looking at where we are currently and how we look at the future, I think when Losi and I had this MCLD partnership learning visit, one thing that was very clear is how we as One Village Partners has the space and can occupy the space and use the other partners to actually replicate our model in communities that we might not physically be present. So I am looking at partnership and this type of partnership in the future where we can work with other groups, other CBOs and CSOs or other national organizations to train in our model, and they using our model and replicating those models into their own areas of operation. I think this is one of the partnership I am looking out for. I believe we can do a lot through this process in the future. Also, I also believe that currently we have a network of volunteers, but we need to broaden the network of volunteerism through regional kind of connections, because we need to be able to create a partnership that run across one community, that connects communities together in a more deeper form that we had not thought of in currently, so that they can also be serve as ambassadors in reaching out to more people groupings that One Village Partners might not reach into these communities in the future. Finally, what I really see us doing also is to creating connections and collaborations between our volunteer leaders and local institutions on development projects. We have to deepen this. We are doing this at a low scale kind of approach, but we have to deepen this to support communities to be able to navigate across institutional barriers, so that they will be able to have support for their development interventions at an easy kind of pace. Thank you.
That sounds really good, Sheku. Just before we close, Amelia, I see your hand is up.
Oh, yes, thank you. So thanks, Vanessa, Lossie, Sheku, and Bernadette. It's good to see you all. I love this movement for community-led development, and I get super excited about it because I think it's one of the struggles with nonprofit organizations just working in silos, and ultimately most of the time it's kind of the same target audience, the same community. So now the work being done is more effective and for the common good. And I'm glad that One Village Partners is one of the leading forces within that program. And I love the fact that the NOW program, the LEAD program, and all the other activities within One Village Partners is being shared, right? Because again, ultimately, it's for our people. And thank you so much for the presentation. I was bummed about the slide, but I look forward to it later, the video.
Yes, no, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, that video has to be shared because we do talk, everyone does have really great just insights of what partnership means to them. So sorry that you couldn't see it in all its glory when it was happening live, but I appreciate your patience for that. So just as we close, I just want to say thank you all for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. From Lossie, Bernadette, Sheku, and myself, thank you all for joining and for supporting One Village Partners. We really appreciate it. Enjoy your afternoon from our end. Good evening. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.